Jesus Ramos Jr. versus Jeison Rosario, 10 rounds in the 160-pound division. Let's get into it. Let's start with their respective records. Ramos, 21 wins, 1 loss, 17 wins by way of knockout. Rosario, 24 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws, 18 wins by way of knockout. This is Ramos's first fight in the 160-pound division. Personally, I like this move for him. Ramos is big, man. He's powerful. I mean, this is a guy who could probably fight at 175 pounds. You know, like he has that type of body frame and that type of strength. I also think the 160-pound division is very open, man. I think this is a division that he could dominate. You know, I like Ramos. I like how he prepares for fights. I like what he's about. I like his mindset behind it. This is a guy that's very locked in. His only loss came from his controversial fight when he fought Erickson Lubin, a fight that the majority thought that he won, but there's also others that felt like he did not do enough to win the fight, right? This is the thing when it comes to controversial things, is there's two sides to the story and the perspective is different from everybody. But what I like about Jesus Ramos, man, is after his fight with Erickson Lubin, you know, sometimes a fighter loses a fight and they make excuses and all these different things, but he kind of took accountability for it and said, man, you know, it was my fault, right? Like, I can't leave it in the judge's hands anymore to decide who's going to be the winner of this fight. And so he took that same mentality into his last fight against Johan Gonzalez, and he did not leave it to the judges, man. I mean, he hit Gonzalez with some shots, right, and beat him down every single round with punishing shots to the body, you know, punishing hooks to the body. I saw him take different angles and switch angles and different changes in that fight that I haven't really seen him do that much before. I saw him countering a lot quicker, more efficiently, and more steam on his punches, things that I haven't fully seen him make a priority before, right? So clearly he is improving and he's looking for different ways to already attach the potential that he have and elevate himself to that other level of boxing. This is also a guy who has very good power and his power carries round to round, right? This is a guy who knows how to finish his opponents when his opponents are hurt. Ramos is a very nice guy, man. Like, anytime I talk to him, he's always smiling. He's very soft-spoken, always on positivity. But when he gets into the ring, man, like, there's no smiling. Like, this is a mean guy inside of the ring, and you want a fighter to have that, right? That little bit of meanness to him, that switch, because this is not a sport for nice guys. When you're in the ring, you got to have a little bit of viciousness to you, and Ramos definitely has that. Now, Jeison Rosario, man, has a bit of a up and down in his career. You know, he had some good wins on his resume, but he had some losses on his resume against guys who were the top in their respective division. Like, he's fought some tough opponents. He's fought Jermell Charlo, Erickson Lubin, Brian Mendoza, you know, are some notable names that people will know. Now, in his last fight, he fought former champion Jarrett Hurd. Now, that was a fight where it probably was supposed to be a look-good fight for Jarrett Hurd to come in, right, off of a long layoff and to come in and to box his way to a victory, possibly even get the stoppage. But Rosario had a different story, man. You know, he made that fight a lot tougher for Hurd than probably what Hurd thought that it was going to be. When Hurd was using his jab, he was having a lot of success. He was giving him some problems because that way he was able to set up his shots in the right hand. Like, he was able to land some big shots. But I felt Rosario countered very well and did not back down, man. He fought with a lot of strength and confidence, and he was in his groove as well, too. But I think in the end in that fight, Rosario just looked much better conditioned than Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd was slowing down as the fight was kind of going on, whereas Rosario just had a little bit more extra oomph in his movement, a little extra energy in his punches, in angles. And I think because he's well conditioned, that's what kind of helped him in this fight. And they both fought their way to a draw. So he didn't get the win, but he didn't get the loss either. So he is coming in with some confidence, I am sure. But he's going to need to do a lot more than that to win this fight against Jesus Ramos. So who wins? Yeah, straight up, man, I like Jesus Ramos to win this fight by stoppage. Every fight that Jeison Rosario has lost, he has been stopped. it's hard not to think that this won't be the same outcome, especially the way how Jesus Ramos fights as the fight goes on. This should be a fight to me, man, where Jesus Ramos lets the 160-pound fighters know that he is there, because I think Ramos has a lot of potential, a lot of upside, and has the makings to be a future champion down the road. Let's see how it goes, but I like Jesus Ramos to win this fight by stoppage. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you. How do you think this one goes? Who do you have winning? Let me know in the comment section below. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video this long, do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.